Let's talk about Pete Hegseth and Pam Bondi for just a few minutes. Old Pete, his mom went on the news and talked about the email that she had sent because he was fucking up during the time. He had problems with his wife. He was probably wilding out a little bit. That's typically what happens when you go and do two overseas battles, you know. Kind of fucks you up a little bit. But he got his shit together. Like a few hours later, his mom said, look, I got a little too emotional in that, and I'm sorry. So, we ain't gonna blame him for no shit that he did, whether he was drinking a little bit, drinking the sour rose away or whatever. He seems to have gotten over that issue because he's been in the limelight for quite some time now. And that would have came to light if he had a serious problem with that. Now let's talk about Pam Bondi. Oh, and by the way, Pete's gonna get confirmed. He will be our next Secretary of Defense. All right. Now, Pam Bondi, our Attorney General, they getting scared. Why you think Biden's doing all this blanket pardoning? Ain't that the biggest bullshit in the world? Blanket pardoning. Hunter Biden got convicted of 2 charges or whatever, the IRS and a gun. Okay, yeah, that's your son. You're gonna pardon a man. You know, I would. I think mostly everybody else would as well. But what the fuck did he do back in 2014 that he hasn't been charged with? Like, how is that even legal? And then now you're talking about charging, doing the same thing for various other people that may have been involved. They're not saying that, but they was involved in some other shit. And they know that Pam and everybody else is going to come down on them. The Supreme Court needs to get involved with this stuff, and they need to nip it in the bud before Biden is out of office. Because you can't go pardoning people for something they haven't even been under a real investigation for. Can't pardon somebody for speculation. He's under speculation, so I'm going to pardon him. Like, how is that even constitutional in the slightest bit? Fucking something's wrong with that. And these motherfuckers cannot get away with it. They're gonna put everything on the little man. The little person that was just sending one message to the other person. Like, they're gonna try to make it to where that's all that's left is the little people, the bad carriers. You know? We need the Supreme Court to step up and nip this shit in the bud, because there's no precedent for pardoning people like this. Everybody, I heard some shit about Nixon or whatever, but that was a little bit different, I think. I mean, come on. We'll see how it goes. Either way, America will be great again. God bless.